Area High School softball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you area softball on air and online. Now, exciting area high school softball action on your area sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.
And good afternoon. We're in Vandalia this afternoon. Mark Froelich, Mary Ann Eberhardt, getting ready for softball from not the high school, but from South Park or South School Park, whatever you want to.
South Park.
Well, that's what it says on the sign.
I know, but I had to chuckle there because I don't think Kenny and all them are here yet. So I just throw that.
Kenny McCormick plays for Louisiana.
That's true. That is true. Let me be one of the first. Wish you happy birthday. I know that you probably had better plans than to spend your birthday with me, but at least you're doing something that you enjoy, and that's calling area high school softball.
Exactly, and we've got a good one, an EMO battle. We saw some things out of Van Far High School the other day, and Silex right there at the top. They took Bowling Green to the brink last week,
They did.
And it should be a good matchup here if Van Far can stay as pesky as they did in their matchup with Bowling Green last Thursday.
You know, and both teams are coming off the Louisiana Bulldog Invitational Tournament that took place over the weekend. Silex got very close when that championship game. They actually had it tied, I believe, at the bottom of the sixth. Yeah, bottom of the sixth, and then Macon just put up some runs and they couldn't hold on, but they got that second place trophy. Van Far went up against some tough competition. They faced Clopton in that consolation game where Clopton actually came away the winner. So, you know, again, as you mentioned, Van Far staying right in those games. They're not letting anybody just have the easy way out.
And, of course, they had the late start to the season, and we'll talk about that as we start the pregame show next for you on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And we're back at Van Far or Vandalia, getting ready for the Van Far Lady Indians and the Silex Lady Owls. And Silex has been solid this season, as they are every season.
You know, Coach Tony Francis really talked about it in our preseason coaches spotlight that, you know, they've got quite a tradition going on down at Silex High School, and that, you know, you can't take, even if they're young, as a sign that, you know, maybe it might be an easier year in the conference for their opponents, because that's just not the case. And, you know, they've come out and they've proven that already this year. And I tell you what, you know, like you mentioned, it was kind of a pretty tight battle between them and Bowling Green down the stretch, and we're pretty sure that may have kind of come down and decided that conference series. Of course, both teams still have a few more conference games left, but you knew it was going to be a battle.
Yeah, definitely. And Silex can beat you a lot of different ways. They can beat you in a pitcher's duel. They can get into a slugfest and outslug you that way. And if it comes down to a good defensive play, they have a solid defense out there as well.
Well, Mark, we've talked about it, and really on both of these teams here, we've talked about it numerous times. Most of the players that you see out here on the field are also the ones you're going to see on the court. You're probably going to see them on
basketball season.
Yeah, and you're probably going to see them on the track, things like that throughout the season. They're not just single sport athletes, so they have talent all the way around.
Yeah, just gifted athletes for both of these teams. And Van Far, we mentioned, they had the late start to the season because of the school closing down because of COVID cases. But they're starting to figure things out, and they can hit and they can play defense when they have the right mix out there.
And that's really the key is, really getting into that consistent groove. You need to be able to change up your pitchers. You need to be able to change up your catchers and not be able to miss those steps. And, when we got here a little bit earlier today, Coach Kelly Borshett hadn't even decided exactly who was going to be on the mound for her this evening. She made that decision. But those are the kind of things that you're excited about when you can make those decisions. And that way the other team doesn't know either.
And they are extremely handicapped by the loss of Mara Jensen this year. That was supposed to be a big piece of this team, and she's out with injury still. So just trying to figure things out and get a good 7-inning effort out of the team that they put on the field. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. We still have starting lineups and more to come here from Vandalia on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego, power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
I think the big key for Van Far is they can't get behind big like they did against Bowling Green. They made a great comeback, got back into the ball game, but they just gave up too many runs early in the ball game.
Well, some teams do really well, playing from behind. The Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes seems to like that. Other teams.
Yeah, well, it's easier to get back in the game when you're scoring 7 at a time.
That is true, but that is probably a big key of the night is don't get behind. A run or two is not too bad, but if you start digging a hole early, then all you're doing is constantly fighting back. I think one of the other keys for both sides is to keep the ball in the infield. We've seen it in the past where a couple, should have been singles turned into doubles and doubles turned into runs across the plate. You've got to keep that ball in front of you, keep it in the infield where possible, and make good throws. And
we talked about the great temporary fence they have at the high school.
Yeah.
Well, we're not at the high school today. They have one of the, kind of, it's almost a twine type fence. I mean, so you're not going to get bounces off the wall like you would at Van Far High School today.
No, but it also means that you can go into that fence a little easier to make those catches, by the way.
Well,
you might
get tangled.
You might get tangled, and you might do a flip or two.
I like the temp fence they have at the other place, and of course I really prefer a standard fence.
But don't we all?
But this one, it has its it's perks and problems, and I think the problems might be that you might get tangled up in a fence if you're going for a ball, or that ball's just not going to get that bounce off there, so you're going to have to run a little bit more in the outfield here at
you can't play it off the wall here.
at the city park. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. Those are our keys to the game from Vicki Cadwalder, and we'll have our starting lineups after this.
This is Kyle Scherger, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank, 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget, everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Getting ready for Vanfar and Silex from Vandalia in our starting lineups today for the visiting Silex Lady Owls. They're coached by Rebecca Lipsy and assisted by Jennifer Capstick. They'll lead it off with the pitcher, number 33, Taylor Howard. Batting second, the center fielder, number 13, Gwen Gilbert. Shortstop bats third, number 30, Lexi Plackmeyer. In the cleanup spot is the right fielder, number 11, Maddie Hall. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 20, Carson Harlan. In the sixth spot is number 3, the third baseman, Tori Mudd. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 23, Carly Ellis. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 17, Sarah Gradicke. And in the ninth spot is the left fielder, number 15, Teo Williams. The flex player will be at second base, number 1, Rita Thurman. So the batting order, Howard, Gilbert, Plackmeyer, Hall, Harlan, Mudd, Ellis, Gradicke, and Williams, with Thurman flexing at second base. For the Vanfar Lady Indians, they're coached by Kelly Borchert, assisted by Wes Rowden. They'll lead it off with the pitcher, number 10, Devin Keller. Then the third baseman, number 12, Kaylin Coel. Batting third is the shortstop, number 14, Haley Baskett. Cleanup spot belongs to the right fielder, number 6, Madeline Ingram. Center fielder in the 5 spot, number 2, Haley Lowry. Then the second baseman will bat in the 6th spot, number 3, Annalyn Coel. Catcher bats 7th, number 8, Carmen Wilburn. 8th spot belongs to the first baseman, number 11, Rebecca Moore. And batting 9th is the left fielder, number 9, Madeline Caldwell. So again, it's Keller, Coel, Baskett, Ingram, Lowry, Coel, Wilburn, Moore, and Caldwell for the Vanfar Lady Indians. And there's your starting lineups for this ball game as the teams take the field ahead of our first pitch.
And I tell you what, Keller is on the mound, as you mentioned, for the Lady Indians. And I watched her warming up over here a little earlier. She looked like she was already right on cue.
She has a good pitch variety. The problem can be control at times, trying to find that strike zone. And I think a lot of her success today depends on the home plate umpire, whether she has a extra sliver on both sides of the plate, or if that umpire squeezes. He's a big guy, so he might have a big strike zone. We'll see if that's the case.
You said cross your fingers that's how it goes for both pitchers. You know, I think just about every pitcher likes those little bit wider strike zones. Batters not so much.
Yeah, definitely. I tend to remember a state championship game involving Silex, where the strike zone, you couldn't hit a strike.
Yeah.
And that one went several extra innings before Silex eventually fell in that one. So bringing in the leadoff hitter for Silex, Taylor Howard, and she's got some speed out of that top position in the order.
Of course, she steps in the left-handed batter's box as she gets set.
And the first pitch from Keller is called a ball low, and we'll see if that's
he may not like
today.
He may not like us sitting back here behind him.
And there is very little foul territory behind home plate, and this one is nubbed off the end of the bat toward the Silex dugout on the third base side. It's even the count at 1-1. No scoreboard here in the ballpark, so we're going to have to keep our eye on this game.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to do math. But, yeah, as you mentioned, there's not much room between the umpire and the backdrop for the backstop for the pitcher, so anything gets past the catcher.
This one is hit toward the gap in right field. That's going to make it all the way to the wall. Tracked down nicely out there by Ingram, but a leadoff double for Taylor Howard, and she stroked that ball just off the sweet spot of the bat.
And I tell you what, you could hear that sound coming off the bat, Mark. You knew it. She hit it right in the right spot, and that's going to bring up Gwen Gilbert as she steps in on the right-hand side.
Gilbert's the center fielder, wears number 13, and she crowds the plate from that right-hand batter's box and fouls a bunt attempt off, trying to move that runner over to third.
Well, you talked about speed with Howard. Gilbert has it as well. We saw it obviously on the basketball court last season as well, and so she's quick out of that batter's box. So a bunt would advance Howard over to third.
And might be for a hit, yeah.
Yep.
The 0-1 drops low for ball one to even things up. And a ball and a strike here in the first inning. Leadoff batter hits a double. Gilbert follows now with a 1-1 count, and Keller in the center of the circle ready for the 1-1 pitch. As she winds and sends it to the plate. This one is hit behind third, and it is a fair ball, and the runner had to wait to see if it would be caught or not, so there's going to be runners at the corners now. It's a single for Gilbert, and it'll bring in Lexi Plackmeyer. And
really, this is where Plackmeyer can do a lot of damage. We've seen her hit the ball hard over the years, and it wouldn't take too much with the way the wind's blowing to take one maybe over the fence there and over in left field.
Always windy in Vandalia. Keller taking a breath, looking in to her catcher now. Still hasn't come to the center of that circle. Now she puts her heel on the rubber. Comes set. Showing bunts. Ball goes back to the screen. The runner will advance to second. So now runners at first and second with nobody out on the wild pitch. And a 1-0 count to Lexi Plackmeyer, the shortstop for Silex.
So Keller again looking inside for her sign, and now she finally makes her way to the rubber.
Long look, now delivers, and that one's outside. He
called a strike.
Ooh, giving her the outside pitch, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners at second and third for the Lady Owls here in the top of the first inning, and that one drops low for ball 2.
She tried to look for that inside corner, just got a little too inside, hoping to jam up Plackmeyer, and instead it kind of went off speed and inside and just missed that corner.
2 balls and a strike, and the next one on its way, and this one is popped up, foul territory, and it will get over the side fence, and even the count at 2-2. A little late on that one. Now she'll make her way back to the box wearing number 30 for the Lady Owls.
And really, she's probably looking for more of that outside pitch again, and that actually ended up kind of almost right down the middle from my view, and I'm kind of set off to the side, so probably caught her off guard a little bit, and that's why she was a little late on the contact.
Now they'll move that right fielder off the line more straight away, and this one off the end of the bat and foul. Actually landed in fair territory, but it had a lot of spin on it. Cue-balled into foul territory, and the runners will return to second and third. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So as she gets set, Keller's still at the back of the circle.
Yeah, she's very deliberate. Takes her time in between pitches. The 2-2. Just got a piece. No, she didn't get a piece. It goes to the screen, and a run will come in as they get the out at first base. Advancing to third is Gilbert. In to score is Howard. And it's a strikeout for the first out. So a productive out for Silex as they jump ahead 1-0.
And still have Gilbert standing on third as the left-hander. Maddie Hall comes in.
Hall is the right fielder. And the first pitch to her is belted toward the gap, and this one is deep, and it is gone.
Home run.
A 2-run shot for Maddie Hall, the cleanup hitter, and it's 3-0 Silex here in the top of the first inning. That was an absolute shot.
I mean, you heard it when it came off the bat that it was gone.
2 RBI. And all of a sudden we're seeing power out of these area teams. We went the first, 3 weeks of the season without seeing a home run on KJFM. and now all of a sudden we've got 3 of them in the last 2 games.
Well, and, we've seen that Silex has produced several home runs here recently, especially in the tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So, we kind of expected that power a little bit. And again, we mentioned, all you have to do here is bat on the ball just in that one spot with that fence out there.
Yeah, that one wasn't wind aided
No,
for sure.
it went the wrong way for it to be wind aided.
That was a shot. Now they'll bring in Carson Harlan, and Harlan takes a ball low to start her at bat. 3-0 Silex, 1 out, bases empty after the 2-run home run by Maddie Hall.
And this is kind of sort of what we talked about too, Mark, that Keller's going to be needing to get out of this inning without any more damage, or there's that falling in that hole that we were talking about starting things off.
2-0 as that one dropped low to Harlan. She's the first baseman for Silex. Where's number 20?
She steps out of the box as she waits for Keller to get into the circle.
Backs up a little bit in that box toward third base and takes a ball high, 3-0.
At this point, she might as well hang in there and wait and make Keller throw a strike. Get another.
I don't know. If she sees one she likes, I think she has the green light to go for it. The 3-0 pitch, right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, now that she's seen the strike.
She needs to retie that shoe. those strings are dragging the ground.
Yeah, they're making me a little nervous, too. We know it wouldn't take much for me to trip and fall.
The 3-1 pitch. This one back through the middle, past the glove of Keller into center field.
And that was a hard hit. I mean, really, if Keller hadn't got her leg out of the way, she'd have had a nice goose egg there.
That'll bring in Mudd. Torrey is the third baseman. Where's number 3? And we'll dig in here with a runner at first and just 1 out. 3 runs in for Silex as they look to jump ahead big here in the top of the first inning. The pitch from Keller is high for ball 1.
I have to tell you, after watching Gwen Gilbert attempt to bunt her first one, I kind of thought I might see that out of Mudd here.
I think, at least for right now, small ball has gone out the window. That one fouled back to the screen, 1-1. They're looking for
pile the runs on as quickly as possible.
Yeah, move that line. Back foot is
all but out of the box.
Yeah. The 1-1 offering from Keller. Swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2. She was expecting something in on the hands and got something away. This one hit foul pass first.
Keller's really trying to get that outside corner, and she's doing a good job there, and really just a little bit of a late swing there from Mudd to put it down that right field line.
Still 1-2. Keller adjusts her shirt. Gets herself a little stretch, and now comes to the center of the circle to deliver the 1-2 pitch, and that one's low and back to the screen, and Harlan's going to stay at first. 2-2 the count.
I mean, if you look out there, Lowry is all but touching the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Out in center field. So they're expecting it out in right field are pretty well the same way. And in a little bit is Caldwell, but not much.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first, 3 runs in for the Lady Owls. So we play in the top of the first inning. This one's back to the pitcher. Keller goes to second with it, out there and safe at first. So on the fielder's choice is Mudd, and erased is Harlan. 1-6 on the putout. 2 away.
And in steps in Carly Ellis.
Ellis wears number 23. And the first pitch to her is way outside for ball 1. 7th batter of the inning for the Lady Owls. Runs coming on a strike 3 that went back to the screen. That scored Howard from third. There's a strike called, 1-1. And then a 2-run home run for Maddie Hall.
Keller's kind of sped up her process there a little bit.
That one low. 2 balls and a strike to Carly Ellis. Ahead in the count is the 7th place hitter. Runner at first with 2 outs. Tried to check her swing. Pitch called a strike. And it goes to 2-2.
She thought about it hardcore and then probably upset herself for not taking advantage of it when she didn't.
Good movement on that pitch. Really twisted her up. Really guard the line on the first base side and into right field. And this one fouled back to the screen. Still 2-2. To Ellis, sorry.
Oh, yes, I was going to say, as Keller goes to the back of the circle. Seems to be making a little quicker decision once she gets back there. She quickly makes her way to.
2-2 bounces in, and the count goes full.
Oops.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner will be moving with the pitch. A payoff on its way from Keller to Ellis. Swing and a miss, and the inning comes to an end. Second strikeout of the frame for Devin Keller. But Silex plates 3 in the top of the first. We head to the bottom half. Banfar coming up on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center in all parts.
Let's set the defense for Silex as we head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Taya Williams in left, Gwen Gilbert in center, Maddie Hall is in right, Tori Mudd's at third baseman, Lexi Plackmeyer at short, Rita Thurlman, the flex players at second base, Carson Harlan at first, Sarah Gradicke behind the plate, and Taylor Howard finishing up her warm-up tosses from the center of the circle as the ball goes down and bring in the pitcher, Devin Keller.
And, of course, Keller's looking to get something started here for the Indians. 3 runs in the first inning, and that's already a little bit of a hole, so she's going to hopefully help her Lady Indians out, get on base, and move around.
Keller had a 3-run home run against Bowling Green last Thursday. On base twice, or actually 3 times that day, 2 hits and an error.
And she steps in, right-handed batter, as Howard gets ready to fire from the circle.
Pitch right down central
Wow.
for strike 1, and that had good heat and good movement on it.
It did. This one was times it was kind of fun. I'm almost right behind him, and, man, it did a nice curve in there.
The 0-1, swung and missed. 0-2 quickly to Keller, as Howard might be the best power pitcher in the area.
She wastes no time.
This one is ripped, 1 hopper to short. Nice play by Plackmeyer. Over to first, and Harlan sure-handed over there for the first out. 6-3 on the putout.
I tell you what, and we talked about that before. That was a play that could have easily gotten past Plackmeyer, and it turned into at least a single, if not a double.
She made it look routine.
She did.
That first pitch to Coel is outside and low for ball one. Kaylin is the third baseman to start this ball game. Where's number 12? Next to her. Called on the corner for strike one. Evens things up. Add a ball and a strike apiece. Took something off of that one. The 1-1. Low. 2-1.
And go ahead.
Taylor wastes no time.
No, she wasted no time. That's why I was going to try to throw some sponsors in, but she's so quick that I'm not sure I can read them in between her pitches.
Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases empty, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Silex leads at 3-0. This one popped up into short right field, and making the catch there is Maddie Hall for the second out. First 2 retired for Van Far after giving up 3 in the top of the inning.
And that brings in Haley Basket for the Lady Indians. And Mark, a little known fact here is you've got daughters of former teammates playing on each team.
Oh, wow.
Basket, of course, belongs to Melissa Basket, who used to be Melissa McBride, and she is playing. Haley's playing against Gwen Gilbert, her mom's Julie, who used to be Finky.
That one's popped up to the pitcher, and making the catch is Taylor Howard to retire the side.
Sorry.
Yeah, and we'll get more on the lineage as we make our way to the second inning. Silex coming up, leading Van Far 3-0 on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologist right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to PCMH-mo.org.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Van Far defense looks like this. Madeline Caldwell is in left, Haley Lowry in center, Madeline Ingram is in right. On the infield, Kaylin Coel at third, Haley Basket at short, Annalyn Coel at second, and Rebecca Moore at first. Carmen Wilburn behind the plate, and Devin Keller ready for her second inning of work. Giving up 4 hits, including a home run in the top of the first inning, and that one's called a ball on the first pitch to the catcher, Sarah Granicke.
And while Keller gets set, I want to thank some of our area sponsors for Game of the Week coverage this week, brought to you by County Market in Vandalia, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Ready Mix Kearns Construction, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, and Prairie's Edge Garden Center.
2-0 as that one missed low to Granicke, the number 8 hitter in the Silex order. Keller back to the center of the circle, comes set, rocks back, now fires. That one's up high, 3-0 to the leadoff hitter here in the second inning for Silex. First 2 reached in the top of the first. Both eventually came around to score. The 3-0 pitch from Keller is called a strike.
She gave that one right down the middle.
Get over a fastball, did just that. And the count to 3-1. The next on its way. This one is chopped to the shortstop. Big hop for Basket, throw across, and a good stretch by Moore at first base. 6-3 on the putout to retire the number 8 hitter for Silex.
Oh, as I was talking about, since Basket did that, Gwen Gilbert's mom was Julie Fine, and both her and Melissa graduated together from Bowling Green High School and played sports together. Saw them catching up a while ago.
We've all been doing this long enough now that we're seeing kids of kids too.
Well, yeah, but this time I'm going with I went to school with them, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
That one back to the screen on the first pitch to Taya Williams.
Yeah, you know, I was chuckling when we saw Rebecca Lipsy and Kelly Borshett come and meet at the batter's box because, you know, we called their games way back in high school, and you're like, man, come on now.
Both good ball players. This one's ripped to the gap in left off the glove of Caldwell. They're still going to hold her to a single, but that's another hard hit ball. This time from Taya Williams, and there's one on with one out.
We head back to the top of the order as Taylor Howard will come back, and of course she was the first across the plate, as you mentioned, Mark, on a wild. It was actually a strike that got away.
Yeah. So kind of a pass ball there. After she stroked a hard hit double to the gap in right. This one going the other way with it. Coming in on it is Caldwell in left. She makes the catch near the line. That's a good running catch for Madeline Caldwell. And the second out here in the top of the second inning. Runner has to retreat to first.
So Gilbert steps back into the box now. She was one of the other ones that crossed the plate earlier.
And she hit another.
On that two-run home run?
Yeah, she had a hard single and came around on that Maddie Hall two-run shot. First pitch to her here in the second at bat is stroked off the second baseman and into short center field. Now they're going to advance that runner over to third base. The runner's at the corners. So it's I give a single on that one, and that's about it. That was a tough chance for Coel going up the middle.
Yeah, she basically had to try to backhand that one. When she did, it went off the tip of her glove and kind of angled back out towards center field. So really, you know, they were able to hold a run from crossing the plate by, you know, heads up playing there. Brings in Plackmeyer.
Yeah, Lowry did a good job coming in to get the ball back in before any damage was done. And now out from behind the plate is Wilburn to move the defense around a bit. That's a sign of a leader there behind the plate.
Yeah.
First pitch to Plackmeyer is hit to center field and over the head off the wall of Lowry. One run comes in. Here comes another, and it's going to be 5-0 Silex on a two-run double by Lexi Plackmeyer, who absolutely crushed that ball over the head of Lowry and just missed a home run by if it was a foot higher.
Yeah. And it was hit hard straight out to center, too.
So a 2-out rally here for the Lady Owls, and that brings in the home run hitter Hall. And this one is off the end of the bat. Weird sound, weird English, but it's going to be an RBI single, and she's already got 3 runs batted in the ball game. 6-0 Silex. Yeah, that was an interest. That was a cue ball.
It was. As you mentioned, the English on that that's that wind getting a hold of it, too. We talked about it. It's pretty windy here.
That'll bring in Harlan, and Carson grounds it off the glove of the third baseman. That's going to be an error on Kaylin Coel. E5, and continues the inning. Down to second goes Hall, and it'll bring in Tori Mudd. Mudd grounded into a fielder's choice last inning, but then eventually was stranded at first base. All the way up, all the way back in the box. And this one is grounded foul off the front of the Silex dugout, 0-1. Silex very aggressive, swinging early in counts.
They are. I was looking through that. I mean, the last 3 batters all took first pitch.
Yeah. The 0-1 in on the hands and called a ball. 2 Mudd to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next from Keller. Outside, 2-1. Ellis on deck, Mudd the batter. Here with 2 on and 2 out. Silex has added 3 after scoring 3 in the first. The 2-1 offering in the dirt, 3-1.
So at this point, you'd think that Mudd's going to be looking for one probably right down the middle.
You would think. Keller's not the type to really groove one in a hitter's count. The 3-1 offering. This one grounded to the second baseman. Up with it is Coel, over to Moore, and the inning comes to an end. 4-3 on the putout. Silex adds 3 to their already 3-run lead. Now leads 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the second on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and you're home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Van Far has their work cut out for them. Silex 6 runs on 7 hits. They've left a couple aboard over the first 2 innings. Van Far went down 1-2-3 in their only trip to the batter's box in this ball game. But they hit the ball hard a couple of times.
They did. Well, it means that they're seeing the pitches that Howard's throwing. But we talked about the difference between the two. First of all, Keller, she's very meticulous. She takes her time in the batter or in the pitcher's circle. Taylor Howard, on the other hand, man, she gets in there, she's ready to fire.
And she's grip it and rip it.
She's gripping. Yeah, that's a very good. And she's got a lot of power behind her.
Mm-hmm. But she can change speeds
She
as well.
can. Yes, she can.
Yeah, she can sell you on that fastball and twist you into the ground with the changeup. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Ingram, and we're underway in the bottom of the second inning.
She does a really good job painting those corners as well. We saw her come inside and go outside and basically work up the ladder whenever she wants.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. She did exactly that, went up the ladder on her, and Ingram swung through it. So we've got Madeline in the batter's box and Madison out there gathering pictures for Eagle 102. That one misses high. A ball and 2 strikes. I've not mistakenly called Madeline Madison yet, though. So.
Well, now that you mentioned it, I'm sure I will.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. And that one swung on and missed. And that's the first strikeout recorded today by Howard. And the first down here in the bottom of the second inning, going to bring in Haley Lowry. There's a strike called. Checked her swing. Called a strike. 0-1. Overcast day here.
It is definitely a fall day.
At South School Park. And there's a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah, they said when they stepped on the field at Van Far High School, still a little squishy and wasn't really very playable, so they moved it out here this afternoon.
That one on the corner, strike 3 called, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Taylor Howard, and the first 2 are retired here in the bottom of the second inning.
Eagle 102 Sports Game of the Week coverage this week brought to you by Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Lynn's Heritage House, Lacrosse Lumber and Vandalia, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes.
That one hop, and that one hugged the line to get past Tori Mudd. First hit of the ball game, first base runner of the ball game, and it's a 2-out single for Annalyn Coel.
And that's going to bring in Carmen Wilburn.
So Wilburn will bat here. And this is the kind of situation they were able to squeeze out a run in against Bowling Green last Thursday. Came a little later in the ball game, but they would like it early.
Yeah, I was going to say getting a run across would do wonders for the Lady Indians right now.
On the corner for strike 1 to Wilburn. First 2 struck out, and that ball. And Mudd was on the line. It just bounced up, and she kind of had to olay instead of getting hit in the face with it. That one fouled to the side fencing, and it's 0-2 quickly to Carmen Wilburn.
So Wilburn trying to extend the inning with 2 outs.
0-2 pitch. Popped up. Short center field. Moving in on it is Gilbert, and she makes the 2-handed catch to retire the side. Van Far gets a hit. They leave a runner aboard. Have yet to cross the plate, and we head to the third inning. 6-0 Silex on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile. Mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
7, 8, 9 hitters for Silex here in the top of the 3rd inning. Ellis leads things off, then Gradicke and Williams. Carly?
Carly, she went down swinging her last at bat after taking the count full.
Not quite set. Waits for Keller to get to the center of the circle. Now she's ready for the pitch and takes a strike.
She gets that outside corner as well. We saw Howard painting it in the last inning, and Keller came right out and nailed it herself.
No balls, 1 strike. This one off the end of the bat and slicing away and off the glove of Ingram. It's going to be extra bases. Into second is Ellis, and as much as that ball was tailing away, you got to give her a hit there, and actually a double. As I'm surprised Ingram even got to that ball to put a glove on it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, for people who think that obviously you can hear the wind blowing through our mics, but when that ball gets up there, it really does some squirrely things. And she had her best run going out there, Ingram did, and that ball just moved away from her and went off the tip of her glove.
Well, it was an outside pitch, and the bat put some English on it as well. So you got a ball that's already curving, aided by wind, and that's just a recipe for extra bases. This one's grounded past third. Ooh, that was a fair ball. Called foul by the home plate umpire. That was a good 6 inches fair.
I'm not real sure what he thought he saw.
He was emphatic about it.
He was, and he almost called it before it even crossed the third base.
0-1.
Who?
And able to hold up her swing as Gradicke to even things up at 1-1.
Man, she was. She almost looked like she was doing a little ballerina routine there. She was trying to hold herself back.
1-1 the count. And the next, back to the screen, runner's going to stay at second. That's that lack of foul territory behind home plate that saves an extra base there.
And really a great job by Carmen Wilburn jumping up and getting to that ball quickly.
Oh, she is quick behind the plate.
She's very quick behind the plate.
2 balls and a strike. Inside, 3-1. To Gradicke. She would have easily been at second base on that ball, too.
Yes, she would have.
A 3-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen, 3-2.
No, she's going to make – Keller's going to make her work for it. I tell you what, I'm going to give Gradicke kudos here. I mean, she has her sleeves all rolled up and up under there. I'm like, man, I'm cold.
Well, you're not running around.
That's true.
But 3-2 pitch on its way. And it's a walk.
And that's the first walk of the evening for either team.
And there's runners at first and second as we go to Williams, who had a hard single and scored a run. They'll bring in the courtesy runner. That's number 21, Abigail Mooney. So Mooney runs for Gradicke here with nobody out.
And Taya Williams steps up. She had a big hit back in the second inning. She got a single out of it, but it was hit hard.
This one hit hard. Foul. That one was foul. It hit the line in front of the base, and by the time it went past the bag, was in foul territory. 0-1.
He didn't call that one as quickly.
No, and not as emphatically either.
Just saying. So Keller again ready as she makes her way to the rubber.
0-1 pitch to Taya Williams. Reaching for that one off the glove of the third baseman, and everyone's going to be safe. Going to be an error on Coel. And the sacks are jammed with nobody out, and we're heading to the top of the order. Yeah. Howard's already hit the ball hard twice.
And I know so the outfield's basically at the fence. They're anticipating it as well.
First pitch on its way. And this one is rocketed into center field. 1 run in. Here comes another. It's going to be a 2-run single over to third and safe there. Now the runner going to advance to second as the ball gets away from third. And it's a 2-run single for Howard. And she has her first runs batted in of the day.
We almost got a third one across the plate for the Lady Owls. If again, we talked about that short foul territory all the way around. They were able to get that loose ball as Williams went into third.
So 2 more in. Silex has scored at least 3 in the 2 previous innings. Actually, exactly 3 in the first 2 innings.
Yeah. Coach Kelly Borshett came out and had a team meeting, and that brings in Gwen Gilbert. She's crossed the plate twice.
We had a pitching change.
Oh, we did have a pitching change.
Yep. In from third base is Kaylin Coel, and they'll move Basket over to third, and the new shortstop will be Keller. So while she takes her warm-up tosses, we'll take a break. It's 8-0 Silex here in the top of the third on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Still taking her warm-up tosses is the new pitcher, Kaylin Coel. She'll have 1 or 2 more, and then we'll be back underway.
Oh, they
here.
said she's ready.
All right. So again, Basket moves to third. Keller moves to short, and Coel is the pitcher. And this was a turning point when Coel came in on Thursday against Bowling Green. That Lady Indians, the defense shored up, and they started hitting the ball a little bit. There's a strike called on the first pitch to Gwen Gilbert.
And Gilbert has 2 singles already here in this matchup.
It's a totally different look from Keller when you get to Coel in the circle. Up high 1-1. The eye line is completely different. I think there's about a 4-inch
little difference there.
Height difference. Coel has a very herky-jerky windup, but the ball comes in rather slowly, and this one is gone. Oh, my goodness. That ball just kept on carrying and carrying and carrying for Gwen Gilbert out to left center field and crosses that temp fence out there for a home run.
3-run home run.
And Silex into double digits, up 11-0. My goodness, that one, I didn't think it had any chance. It seemed like it was off the end of the bat.
When she went upstairs to get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even one that was down the middle of the strike zone. She went up and she got it.
2 home runs today for Silex, and that'll bring in Plackmeyer. She has a 2-run double in this ball game. 1 for 2. Struck out in the first, doubled in the second, scored a run. This is playing out a lot like that game in Bowling Green so far. Bowling Green was up 11-0, ended up winning 11-6. This one is ripped foul past third. On the first pitch to Lexi.
I tell you what, right now, Van Far needs to get out of this inning. There's no outs.
Yeah.
So, you need to concentrate getting those 3 outs, and then you'll get your chance to do some damage in the batter's box.
0-1, the count to Plackmeyer. And the next, this one is hit into the outfield, bounce off the wall, and it's going to be a double as she goes in standing up at second base. Lexi Plackmeyer, back-to-back doubles for her.
That's what I'm saying. And then I'll bring up Maddie Hall. She had the first home run of the night, got a single last time at bat.
She's driven in 3 over the first 2 innings, batting again here in the third. And the first pitch to her, swung on and missed, pulled the string on her, and it's 0-1. So this will be officially the most pitches Hall has seen at bat today. She was first pitch swinging on the home run and the single, and this one is called a strike.
Yeah.
Big hump in the middle of that pitch, fell in to the center of the strike zone. And Hall is behind 0-2. Runner at second, still nobody out. And this one nubbed in front of the plate. A lot of English on it, little trouble there, and out at first is Hall for the first out. Runner moves over to third base as that play goes 1-3.
Carson Harlan comes back to the batter's box. She got on base last time on an error over on the third baseman and got a single back in the first.
So on base twice today, 1 for 2 officially on her score line. This one popped up behind second base. It's trouble, and it's caught. A good play by Keller, and the runner tags will go back to third base. That is something there. Willie Mays style going away from the infield, catches it above her or over her shoulder.
And then Blackmeyer with the heads up running, tags second base and still advances to third on it.
She was already at third. She was.
Oh, she was. Yeah. I didn't move it. My apologies. I did not move her over.
Yeah, she went on the ground out, and this one is nubbed foul on the first pitch to Mudd. She tagged and came about halfway home, saw Keller and retreated. So the batter is Mudd, 9th batter of the inning. With 2 outs, a runner at third base. Keller had no business catching that ball. That's a phenomenal play.
That was a great play.
This one is hit in the air to left field, moving in on it and making the catch. Out there is Madeline Caldwell to retire the side. But Silex, they score 5 times in the inning and extend their lead now to 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the third on Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
To the bottom of the third we go. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. More to lead things off.
Van Far's only had 1 base runner so far this evening, and boy, there's one of those nasty pitches again, Mark, from Howard. That started way outside and curved its way on the inside and got the strike call.
Yeah, nasty breaking ball for sure, and it's 0-1 to Rebecca Moore. That one misses low, 1-1 the count, as Howard in her third inning of work. Couple of steps in front of the bags at first and third, and a swing and a miss. One-handed swing from Moore, and she's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And as you mentioned, Howard very quick between pitches. Wastes no time.
1-2. Got a piece of that one, sends it to the on-deck circle, where it'll be retrieved by Carson Harlan.
Eagle 102 Sports Game of the Week coverage this week brought to you by Prairie's Edge Garden Center, Shelter Insurance, Frank Walsh Agent, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Penrod Real Estate, and County Market in Vandalia.
That one just misses outside. I think if Gradicke is able to catch that one backhanded like that and pull it in a little bit.
Frame it well?
Yeah, she would have got the call. This one is fouled, pass first, and still 2-2. Good little at-bat here for Rebecca Moore.
Looking to get another base runner on for the Lady Indians. As we mentioned before, last inning, Annalyn Caldwell was the first base runner for the Lady Indians, and hoping to get another one on this inning.
Another 2-2. Swung on a miss, gave her the high heat. Moore comes up empty, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
So Madeline Caldwell steps in now.
Caldwell, the left fielder.
See, between the Caldwells, the Kellers.
Yeah. That one misses low for ball one.
I struggle.
The next, showing bunt, pulls back, takes ball 2. 2-0 to Caldwell.
Mark, I'm not going to lie to you. With this chilly as it is out here, and as hard as Taylor Howard's throwing, I don't know that I would want to put down a bunt because I'm scared I'm going to get my fingers hit.
Yeah. That one called a strike. Good movement back toward the middle of the plate. And it's 2-1. Way in at the corners as she showed bunt once. Regular depth at second and short. Midway all around the outfield. Swing and a miss. And the count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caldwell was ahead 2-0. Now it's 2-2. Waves that bat a little bit. Now comes Seth, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. And that's 4 over the last 2 innings for the Silex hurler.
And we're back to the top of the batting order with Devin Keller stepping in.
She hit a hard ball to shortstop.
She did.
Nice short hop play by Plackmeyer, who threw her out at first base back in the first inning. Now her second at-bat, and the pitch is low for ball 1.
Keller with that amazing over-the-shoulder catch in the last inning, looking to extend this inning.
The 1-0 popped up. To the shortstop, moving back is Plackmeyer, and she makes the grab to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Lady Indians. We head to the 4th inning. Silex up 11-0 on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Scherzer, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Compare the bottom line and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out their wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steaks to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
To the 4th inning, and for Silex, where are we going to be?
We're going to start right where we did last time. So, yep, we've got Carly Ellis coming up. She got a double her last at bat, struck out back in the first inning. She ended up crossing the plate.
As the throw goes down to second, and Kaylin Colwell is ready for her second inning of work after coming in relief of Devin Keller.
So, little mound out in the pitcher circle.
And now Ellis will step into the batter's box as the Van Far players return to their positions after that powwow. Ellis is ready. Coel's ready, and this one is hit into center field, and it's going to get down for a hit. Move toward the gap will be a one-hopper off the wall, and it's going to be another double. Standing up, tag was there just a tick late, and Ellis is aboard again. 2 doubles in the ball game, and that'll bring in Gradicke.
Gradicke, she walked her last time at bat. Before that, she hit to the shortstop who threw out, basket threw out on a 6-3 play. So Gradicke was part of the runs that crossed in the last inning as well.
That one low for ball one. As Gradicke bats for the third time. It walked on a 3-2 pitch last inning. Now she's ready. Coel's ready. And that one bounces in, gets away. The runner will stay at second. 2-0.
Again, a nice defense behind the plate by Wilburn.
And the two catchers complement each other.
They do.
As she makes her way back behind the plate.
I kind of noticed that in their pregame warm-ups.
This one off the glove of the pitcher and up the middle for a base hit. Runner's going to come around to score. Holding it first is Gradicke with an RBI hit. And it's 12-0 in favor of the Lady Owls.
In comes her courtesy runner.
Good running by Ellis, and now Williams will be the batter. Taya has singled and scored, reached on an air and scored. Batting for the third time here in the fourth inning. And takes a strike. Good-looking pitch.
That was right down the middle there in that sweet spot.
Sneaky movement that time from Kaylin Coel.
And as soon as Williams gets done, we're headed back to the top of the order with Taylor Howard.
This one chopped foul past third base. That one was a foul ball. And it's 0-2 to Taya Williams.
No outs here in the top of the fourth.
Foul by about 2 inches that time. Williams digs back in. Yet to be retired today. Kaylin Coel being a little more deliberate in the circle. 0-2 pitch, bounces in. Good scoop that time by Wilburn behind the plate, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the fourth, nobody out. Run in for Silex.
12-0 our score.
Ooh. Swing and a miss on strike 3, and everybody's going to be safe. Went through the catcher Wilburn. I think she was afraid she was going to get hit by the bat. She was kind of leaning in, then had to duck back, and it crossed her up. So it's going to be a strikeout E2. And there's runners at first and second, and still nobody retired. And back to the top of the order for Taylor Howard. She's hit the ball hard 3 times today. This one not hit very hard, but down the line and foul past the Silex dugout near left field. 0-1. She had that hard hit double in the first, a hard fly out in the second to the left fielder, and a hard 2-run single in the third inning. Has scored twice. 0-1 pitch to her. Off speed, and this one is drilled into right and over the head of the right fielder. Ingram broke in and then had to go back out, and 2 runs are going to cross the plate.
2 or just 1?
Excuse me, 1, yeah.
No, you're right, 2. She got double out there. So the courtesy runner for Gradicke came in, and then Taya Williams just crossed as well.
Ends up being a double. And it makes it 14-0. Still nobody out, and that one is up high.
Gilbert had a big home run last time she was out there, a 3-run home run. Got excited, brought the ball over, gave it to Mom to hold on to.
And the count, 1 ball, no strikes. And the next, this one is tomahawked between short and third. They're going to try and score the runner. Here comes the relay. Instead, they go to second, and out there, trying to extend that was Gilbert. She slid late and put their knee right into the tag.
So
it's going to be an RBI hit to make it 15-0 as Howard comes in. But there is 1 out, and the bases are empty. They'll have to start over if they want to add on here in the top of the 4th inning. But now the mercy rule is in play. If Silex can shut down Van Far in the bottom of this inning, the ball game will be over.
Well, and steps Blackmeyer.
This one is hit hard to short off the glove of Keller. She tried to backhand it. E6 will put Plackmeyer aboard for the third time today. That's going to bring in Maddie Hall. Already a home run and a single in 3 plate appearances today. Nub one back to the pitcher last time up. They play her deep. A lot of room, though, in the gap to a left-handed hitter, and this one's hit to the second baseman in the air and making the catch. Out there is Coel to retire the side. Who else got out? Out at second base, yeah.
Okay, well, I still missed it.
Yeah, that was only 2 outs.
I've only got 2 outs.
It was occupied. Okay.
Okay.
That's the first base was occupied, so she didn't get to be at first, which meant that it's only 14-0. Only 1 runner scored. So that's our score after.
Oh, no wonder I got
4
so
innings.
confused.
There we go. My goodness. The little things you miss.
Yeah.
We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. The mercy rule not in effect. It's 14-0. Silex over Van Far on Eagle 102.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Mark, an update from the Bowling Green Wright City game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bowling Green leads Wright City by the score of 7-6.
Got a new pitcher for Silex, and that's going to be number 23, Carly Ellis.
So Ellis comes in.
So Ellis moves from the designated player now to pitcher and takes over for Taylor Howard, up 14-0. And a little conversation between the head coach and the field umpire before we get started here.
We're going to start things off with Colwell here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ellis, the new pitcher. We'll see if there's any other changes. It doesn't appear so yet. I think we have a new first baseman. Hall moved to first base. And the pitch was a strike called.
So Hall moved to first. Who's out in right field?
That we need good eyes for. And this one is hit into left. Stepping back on it is Williams to make the catch. And the first batter retired that Ellis sees. That'll bring in Haley Basket.
Final from Louisiana North Callaway final, 19-0 in favor of North Callaway in 3 innings.
There's a strike called on the first pitch to Haley Basket. And the next heads to the plate, and this one is golfed to the shortstop and up on 1 foot. Plackmeyer makes the play on the liner for the second out.
And man, Haley Basket went down and got that one, looking to hopefully get it over top of Plackmeyer and into the outfield and get a base runner, and it just didn't go her way.
So now the base is empty with 2 outs, and Ingram will be the batter. And it hit her in the foot, the front foot, the side of that shoe. Good pop, and she's going to limp down to first base. Only the second base runner of the afternoon for Van Far, and it's a hit by pitch. And boy, Wes Rowden is bundled up down the in the first base coaching box.
Not sure exactly if maybe getting a little cooler out or or what exactly, but yeah, he is probably the most bundled up person there.
Uh-huh. And they let Ingram kind of stretch out a little bit. I think she's going to stay in the ball game. She got to walk around, though. You can't just stand there.
Yep. You got to move.
And now she'll touch the base and be ready.
Ooh.
As Lowry steps in.
Lowry went down swinging her first at bat, and this went right back at the pitcher.
Yep, gloved, knocked down, and thrown out. Ellis over to Hall at first. 1-3 on the putout, and the side is retired. Van Far leaves her second base runner stranded at first base, and we head to the top of the fifth. It's 14-0 Silex on Eagle 102.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weeders, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Pinch hitter will be Casey Williams to lead things off. She's a sophomore, wears number 12.
I think that's who is out in our right field.
So she'll lead things off in the number, she's batting in Hall spot.
Oh, I have her batting in Mud spot, or actually Carson Harlan's.
Okay. There's a ball on the first pitch. So she came in that first baseman spot, moved out to, okay. Gotcha. Ball on the first delivery. And the 1-0 pitch rolls in, 2-0.
You know, this would be a lot easier if somebody was keeping books for us.
I enjoy keeping a scorebook.
Oh,
this
man.
one is nubbed off the end of the bat and foul.
Come on, Mark. You have to admit, when we're at state tournament and they just flash that stuff up on a screen for us, no?
I still prefer working my own book.
Not me, because I make too many mistakes.
Long look in from Coel. Now she comes to the center of the circle.
Tell you what, Williams doesn't give her any room on that inside corner.
This one reaching for it and snuck over the fence and into the Silex dugout, and they all went scurrying. Then someone threw it at the on-deck hitter.
and you're hoping they don't have to all ride the bus home, Casey. Watch yourself.
2-2 the count.
It's one of those odd ones that, went just in between, the fence and the top of the dugout to get in there between the girls and bounce around a little bit.
This one is hit to the shortstop, and Keller took her eye off it to see where the runner was and lets it go into left field. That's going to be an error on the shortstop for Van Far. And the leadoff hitter on again for Silex.
And then comes Tori Mudd now. She's had some pretty good hits here in this game. She got the fielder's choice way back in the first. Got it out to the second baseman in the second inning. Pop fly out to left field, her last at bat.
Showing bunt, pulls back and takes the ball. 1-0. Yeah, she's the 5 and 6 spots, the only spots without a hit for Silex in the ball game. They've reached on errors and fielder's choices, but that one misses high, 2-0.
Well, yeah, we talked about this, I don't know, was it back in the first inning when Tori was up, and I said something about surprised I hadn't seen her try to bunt, and here she is now attempted 2.
Showed it, pulled it back, and does the same again, 3-0. Keep doing that. You get that runner into scoring position, and you end up at first base. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out and a runner at first for Silex. They lead 14-0. And there is a strike called.
And, she stood there and she waited for one. She made her throw her a strike. Now we'll see if she goes back to try and bunt again or if she's going to swing away.
Borderline pitch on 3-0, called a strike, and now it's a 3-1 count. On its way. This one is hit to the opposite field. Moving over on it is the right fielder, and making the catch is Ingram in right for Van Far. Holds that runner at first, and is the first out here in inning number 5.
Carly Ellison. She's had 2 back-to-back doubles. She struck out her first time bat, but then, like I said, since then she's had two doubles.
First pitch to her is taken for ball 1. Yeah, she's the pitcher now in relief of the starter Howard. Shed that designated player label and takes a strike. 1-1 the count. We play in the top half of the 5th.
14-0 our score. It's been all Silex this afternoon. Couple home runs.
This one popped foul and out of play. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Silex has scored in every inning. 3 runs each in the first, second, and fourth. 5 runs in the third inning. So the only inning they didn't score 3 was the third. Ball and 2 strikes. And this one is hit through the hole and into short left field. Past a diving Keller, and there's 2 aboard. Third hit of the day. 2 doubles and a single now for Ellis. And she'll be replaced for a courtesy runner, and that's number 22, Maddie Isom. And it'll bring in a pinch hitter, number 21, Abigail Mooney. She was doing courtesy running earlier for the catcher. Now she'll bat in the catcher's spot for Sarah Gradicke. And she takes a strike on the first pitch she sees.
And I didn't even pay attention that if Mooney was behind the plate.
She is the backup catcher. Next pitch. This one is inside outed, but right at the right fielder, and making the catch out there is Ingram.
That's 2 catches Ingram has had out there in right field.
2 outs, runners at first and second, and the batter will be Taya Williams. She's been on base a couple of times today, reaching on a single and an error. Scored both times, struck out last inning, and actually allowed the runner to move over as it went back to the screen, but she was called out because first base was occupied. Takes a ball here outside.
And by the way, thanks to the fan that got us straight on that, because you and I both were like, wait, whoa, no, that's not right.
Well, you look at the next thing that's going to happen. You see the thing that's currently wrapping up sometimes, because she was standing on first base.
She was.
And then she was called out. Fouled past third, and the count 1-1. Ball and a strike. And this one is hit to the shortstop. Little trouble there for Keller, and everyone's going to be safe. Second error on the shortstop in the inning, and the bases are loaded now as we go back to the top of the order.
And that's definitely not who you want batting.
So now she's the designated player, I believe, Taylor Howard. All the way up in that left-hand batter's box. Waves the bat. And the pitch from Coel is in the dirt for ball 1. Nowhere to put her. Howard today, 2 doubles, a single, 4 RBI, 3 runs scored. That's a day.
That is a day. That's almost a week for some people.
The 1-0 pitch is chopped to the first baseman. Up with it is Moore, and she steps on the bag and retires the side. Silex held off the scoreboard for the first time in an inning in this ball game, but as we stretch here in Vandalia. It's Silex 14, Vanfar nothing. Last chance for the Indians to get 4 on the board is when we come back on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
So in that last half inning, no runs for Silex, 1 hit, 2 errors, 3 left aboard. That's an interesting scoreline for an inning.
That is.
Everything happened but a run.
Everything did happen but a run. While they meet out in the circle, again, want to remind you, Eagle 102 Sports Game of the Week coverage all week this week is brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, Hayden's Motorsports Center, La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, and Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing.
We'll be back on the diamond Thursday at Louisiana as they take on Montgomery County. And then, of course, Friday night is our high school football game of the week.
Clopton Ellsbury Indian Hawks hosting Montgomery County. So
loaded up with a lot of Montgomery again this week. That's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Annalyn Coel.
Now, for those who don't know, Thursday night might be a matchup of sisters, as the Dorsey sisters could be facing off in the coaching era there.
That's a strike, 0-2 the count. Yep. Big sister would be the first base coach, the assistant coach for Montgomery. And
little sister would be the head coach of the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs.
In the third base box. And this one is called foul in front of the plate, still 0-2. And we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes to Annalyn Coel. The second baseman. I like these Vanfar helmets.
Yeah, they just arrived today, Coach Borchich said.
That one fouled off the home plate umpire's mask, and he'll take a little walk out in front of the plate.
He can wipe off the plate a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't know. If your head hurts, bending over would be the best option, but still 0-2.
Take a minute there. Now we're going to right back in. No balls, 2 strikes.
As Ellis pitches to Coel, and that is strike 3 called. Oh, what movement on that pitch from Carly Ellis. And it froze up Coel for the first out in the inning.
That's her first strikeout.
I thought I saw a little raindrop.
Yeah,
or
we've
two.
got a couple little raindrops on us. I promise I'm not spitting on you.
At low for ball 1 on the first pitch to Carmen Wilburn. 1 out, nobody on. Silex can keep Vanfar under 4 runs in this frame. They'll win the ball game as they're up by double digits. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
And if I'm looking, Mark, I'm again scanning my sheet here. Only 2 base runners on tonight for Vanfar.
Hit by pitch, and where was the single back in the second inning by Coel?
Yep.
Wilburn battling now, trying to extend this ball game. More on deck. Base is empty, 1 out. And the next is hit past the pitcher to the second baseman. Slow roller, she'll have to hurry. Underhand toss and a good stretch at first base by Maddie Hall, and that's 2 away. Good play coming in, as that's Rita Thurman at second. 4-3 on the put out, and the final hope is Rebecca Moore. Bottom 5th, 14-0. Silex leads, trying to seal this victory, and that one's nubbed at the plate, 0-1. The game continues. Caldwell, the number 9 hitter, will bat. Rebecca digs in behind in the count 0-1. Struck out in her only other plate appearance back in the third inning. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Took something off and Moore swung through it. And Van Far down to the final strike. And she dropped the bat. That's never a good sign.
She's getting it warmed up. Got to let it cool off. It got hot in her hand.
The 0-2. Tried to get her to chase, not happening, and it's a ball and 2-strike count to Moore. Ellis gets the ball back quickly from her catcher, and that is the backup catcher.
Yep, Mooney.
Abigail Mooney. A 1-2. Fouled out of play, still a ball and 2 strikes.
Keep fighting.
We're at Vandalia South School Park today. The field at the high school, too wet still. Discussions about rectifying that in the future. And a swing and a miss. Nice job by Mooney to hang on to it. And that retires the side and ends the ball game here in the 5th. 14-0 is our final. Silex over Van Far, and they give the wave to each other. That's the COVID handshake. And we'll be back with the postgame show after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia invites you to call or stop by soon to ask about shelter services. Proud to serve their friends and neighbors, Shelter Insurance Agency of Vandalia offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, all at reasonable rates with fast, friendly, personable service. Give Frank a call today at 573-594-2235 or stop in at their new location at 610 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance Agency. Seek shelter today.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you can count on the professionals at Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana. Find buyers for your home or property and can also assist in helping you find the home of your dreams. Residential or commercial, the friendly folks at Penrod Real Estate invite you to reach out if you're in need of help in any area of the real estate process. Phone 754-6922 or visit the office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana. Penrod Real Estate looks forward to serving you.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Silex wins this one in 5 innings, 14-0 over the Van Far Lady Indians. Silex 14 runs on 16 hits, no errors. Van Far no runs, 1 hit, 5 errors. They only had 2 base runners in the ball game. The winning pitcher today is the starter for Silex, Taylor Howard. She pitches 3 innings, strikes out 4, allows just 1 hit, no runs. In the relief, Ellis, you can't give a save in a 14-0 ball game, but
No.
she pitched well. Only allowed a hit by pitch to reach in her first inning of work. Struck out 2 of the final 3 hitters that she faced. So a good outing in relief. The loss goes to the starter Devin Keller. Coel had a little better success, but both pitchers allowed a home run in the ball game to Silex hitters. The home runs, of course, hit by Gilbert and
Maddie Hall.
And Maddie Hall. Hall's came in the first inning, a 2-run shot. Gilbert's in the third inning, a 3-run shot, part of that 5-run third inning. So Silex scores 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and hold on for the 14-0 victory here in this ball game. And what else can you say? That's a dominant performance on both sides of the field for the Silex Lady Owls.
And I tell you what, if you continue that type of momentum as we're ending the end of this, getting towards the end of the season, things are going to go your way in districts.
We didn't see that spunkiness out of Van Far that we saw at the high school last Thursday against Bowling Green. Just couldn't get that hit across, and I think that's they were dealing with a power pitcher. They got good contact in the first couple of innings, but Silex's defense was Johnny on the spot every time, and then just couldn't get anything to cross the plate today or really get any base runners aboard in this ball game. We'll take a break here on the post-game show, come back and tell you what's coming up the rest of the week and set up, I guess, the rest of the week is what I was trying to say. I said it twice.
We're gonna go over some area high school softball scores as well.
That's what I meant to say. We were going to check
meant.
Scores and then set up the rest of the week. Oh, my goodness.
I know what you meant.
I'm getting senile
in your old age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 42 years in the books. Let's, or not in the books, but start.
See, you don't even know.
Gone. 41 in the books. Jeez Louise.
I feel like I've rubbed off on you, Mark. We might want to take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a break. I'll find some caffeine, and we'll wrap up this broadcast after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're looking for full-time employment, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing has several positions available immediately. Applicants must know how to weld, how to drive a skid loader, have reliable transportation, and a good work ethic. Call or text Matt Stone, 573-590-1218 today for details. Again, several full-time openings available now at Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing. Call or text 573-590-1218 today.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved one the independence that they want and the services that they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's Heritage House to set up a tour and visit soon. Phone 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia offers a wide variety of products and services that are designed to meet your residential and commercial needs. This includes lumber, electrical supplies, windows, doors, paint, siding, insulation, power tools, and more. Drafting and delivery service is also available. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia has special project pricing and always offers free estimates. LaCrosse Lumber in Vandalia, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Silex over Van Far here in Vandalia, 14-0 here on a Tuesday afternoon. Some scores from around the area, Marianne?
As we mentioned a little earlier, North Callaway shut out Louisiana 19-0. In the top of the seventh inning at Bowling Green, right now the Lady Cats lead Wright City 8-6.
8-6.
And, of course, we'll always have a full recap of scores on the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Mark, before we want to go tonight, we want to thank our Game of the Week coverage sponsors, including McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, Hayden's Motorsports Center, LaCrosse Lumber in Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace Agent, Bowling Green Ready Mix along with Kearns Construction, Penrod Real Estate, and County Market in Vandalia.
Coming up on Thursday, we'll be at Wallace Park in Louisiana as the Lady Bulldogs take on the Montgomery County Wildcats, and then our high school football game of the week, 6:30 countdown to kickoff Friday as Clopton-Ellsbury, the Indian Hawks, will take on the Montgomery County Wildcats. And the Wildcats I believe they're coming off a win.
I believe so, yeah. I believe they got one.
And Clopton-Ellsbury lost at South Callaway last week.
But put up 20 points in the fourth quarter.
They did. So they really got behind early and came back late, still falling short in that one. 14-0 here. Our final Silex over Van Farm from Marianne Eberhardt. Mark Froelich saying, we'll see you Thursday on the Diamond here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Softball on KJFM, Eagle 102. Join Eagle 102 for play-by-play action on air and online from your area sports leader. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.